Welcome to Your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 669. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book but you're having some trouble getting it done, or perhaps you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers to let them know about your book, you are in the right place. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they even have the ability to turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Attention is the single most important asset. Gary Vaynerchuk. Well, once again, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to our it's not really new at this point. I think we're heading towards the middle of February, but our Friday format for 2021, where I am offering up a Friday fact, some sort of useful piece of information, sometimes in the form of a quote like today's or statistic or something relevant for authors or books or writing or promoting your book. And then I discuss how to apply it to your writing. So here's today's Friday fact. And it comes from James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, one of my favorite books of the last few years. And James writes, "It took me 200 plus articles before I got a book deal, 250 plus articles before I got major media coverage, 100 plus interviews before my book hit the bestseller list. You need a lot of shots on goal. Not everything will work, but some of it will. Keep shooting." And that is so true. And similar to James Clear's stat roundup, I was inspired to come up with some of my own numbers. I'm not sure how accurate some of them are. Most of them are, though. So my stats to that effect are 5 published books of my own, not counting my clients, over 300 Writer Wednesday email newsletters and blogs. And really, that could be underestimating. I've been doing Writer Wednesdays for a very long time now. And as of today, 669 podcast episodes. Thanks to all of you for listening. Social media on multiple platforms nearly daily since 2006. And dozens of media and podcast appearances and articles for publications along the way. And sharing these stats with you, this isn't meant to be bragging, and I'm sure James Clear would agree, but rather it's a reminder that building a brand, an online reputation, an author brand, is a marathon, not a sprint. And if you don't love it, you probably won't last. Attention and keeping yourself out there pretty much requires a constant foot on the gas. Not in an overbearing, obnoxious way, but really just a consistent one. And I actually have to remind myself sometimes, it seems like I just started all this yesterday and definitely was not yesterday. I have to remind myself how much I've put myself out there when new and exciting opportunities come along, like today, Friday, February 12th, I get to be a guest on Chris Brogan's podcast called The Backpack Show. Super, super exciting opportunity. He found me on Twitter. So I did mention my multiple platform social media presence dating back to 2006. So I'm glad to have that yield something exciting. So Chris is a marketing leader and New York Times bestselling author of 9 books so far. And really, this is, again, just proof that putting yourself out there and your words out there and doing it consistently and without attaching yourself to outcomes, especially from moment to moment, you could drive yourself crazy. It's very important, especially for authors as a way of attracting people to your books. The galaxy of content that you build around your books will directly impact how well your books do. And let me say that again. The galaxy, I like to think of it like with satellites and planets and things like that. The galaxy of content that you produce, that you build around your books, around your author brand, will directly impact how well your books do. And this is whether you are a published or self-published author, because, publishers can only do so much. They only have so many marketing dollars these days. And when it comes to brand building and most marketing, that lies squarely on the shoulders of the author. So this message is for everyone today that's writing a book. So above all, keep shooting, keep writing, keep creating, keep going. One word, one piece, one post, one blog, one everything, one life impacted at a time. Right on. And for those of you listening to this show live, especially if you happen to be catching what I'm saying now, prior to 10 a.m. Eastern Time today, Friday, February 12th, I will post the live stream links to Chris Brogan's podcast, The Backpack Show, so you can listen in and chat and all those sort of things in the show notes. And of course, it'll be recorded for, podcast purposes later and all the things that podcasts do. But if you do want to watch live, that would be awesome. So look at the show notes for that. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And be sure and drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook for motivation, book writing, publishing resources, and accountability. There's a couple members that have started kind of a writing accountability challenge this week. So super exciting things happening. And Inc. Authors on Facebook. Also check the show notes for the link there. Until tomorrow, happy writing.